Today, I'll be discussing the current issues with biodiversity. To begin, what is biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth in all of its forms and interactions, and is commonly viewed as the most complex and vital feature of our planet. As said by David MacDonald at Oxford University, without biodiversity, there is no future for humanity, because biodiversity carries out fundamental processes such as intercropping and crop rotations, and important relationships and interactions between species in the ecosystem. It is agreed upon by various professionals from the scientific perspective that biodiversity is the key factor for life on Earth. Currently, we are faced with an environmental crisis. With the increase of commercial activity in high diverse locations, we're experiencing rapid degradation of ecosystems and rapid loss in species, according to Science Daily, because biodiversity loss is directly related to habitat loss, which is caused by deforestation, overpopulation, and pollution. This graph by the United States Geological Survey clearly shows the correlation between species diversity and human population. As human population increases, so does the amount of extinctions. As said by Margaret Thatcher's speech to the United Nations General Assembly, and also in the stimulus materials, it is life itself that we wantonly destroy, and it is life itself that we battle to preserve. According to the World Economic Forum, we cannot rely on worldwide environmental organizations to battle to preserve the life we have left on Earth. Rather, there is need for scientists, politicians, and government authorities to closely collaborate to solve the crisis. So how can the loss of biodiversity be stopped? By involving all members of social groups to attain their own responsibilities of environmental preservation. Well, in his letter from Birmingham jail, Martin Luther King Jr. said, the power structure of the average community is consoled by the silent and vocal sanction of things as they are. This is exactly what it will take to conserve the amount of biodiversity we have left on Earth. We must use our everyday communities to facilitate and uphold their responsibilities toward environmental conservation, rather than relying on large organizations and isolated government authorities to take responsibility for the environmental damages. So what we must do to involve the community is first educate the public and provide opportunity for a better understanding, which will entitle individuals to make more environmentally sound decisions. We must converge pre-existing organizations to collaborate and approach environmental challenges as a whole. And we must promote various local communities to accomplish small yet many tasks. Margaret Thatcher also said that it is not new institutions that we need, rather, we need to strengthen and improve those which already exist. Some of the pros of this solution of community collaboration include a shift in concerns and a greater important view on this topic. Also, greater support amongst conservation organizations and new, stronger community programs. But the cons of this solution would be that the topic is extremely complex and difficult to address. And also, the topic is a secondary concern to more important primary concerns such as terrorism. And lastly, this topic conflicts economically with tourism in diverse locations. If the solution were to be used, there would be change in lifestyle among citizens in various social groups. There would also be higher concern about the topic, and there would be more and stronger programs. What would hold this back would be a lack in public interest and more serious topics in front of the problem. There would also be disagreement across the media and lack in government responsibility. In conclusion, the best way to restore the amount of biodiversity we have left on our planet is to work together and be responsible for the smaller conservation acts within our community.
Okay, thank you, Christian. How did you handle the differing perspectives in order to reach a conclusion?
Yes, so in my presentation, it consists mainly of three perspectives: the scientific, environmental, and most importantly, social. So obviously the environmental and scientific being the very prevalent topic of biodiversity and ecosystem degradation. But the most important thing is social and how we can use our society and how we can use communities to collaborate and work together to solve the biodiversity degradation.
Okay. And could you explain the level of certainty you have about your conclusion, solution, or recommendations?
Yeah, so my conclusion on having to work together in converging organizations to solve biodiversity degradation, I'm extremely confident. I've read various articles on how working together specifically can really, it's a lot better than working in isolated larger organizations versus working all together, converging all organizations. But the only thing that I am not so sure about in my conclusion is promoting local communities to do small acts. While these small communities are working together to solve their own responsibilities in their own community, they're not working together with other communities in their area or even globally. So that doesn't really tie in with the global connections and global collaboration.
Okay, thank you. So who's next? We're not going to go talk to the bell, but